The Axcel driver. Got one for my new Matthews V3X29. What do I think of it? Watch. Okay, let's just go over this site. I paid $4.79 for it, which I think is a good price. Comes with, that's just the bridge lock. Comes with some side tapes, all the tools, which is nice. Comes with the metal tapes, not all of them, which is kind of cheap, I think. But anyway, comes with a lot of also paper tapes right here. These are pretty good. Reading it's a little difficult. I don't like the way they read. I don't know if I'm going to use these, but we shall see. With the instructions, blah blah blah. Nice case. Nothing, nothing crazy. And let's just go over what do I think of this. Never owned the Axcel site. I don't believe I ever did. And is this one worth the money or the best one out there? I'll let you know my opinion. Okay, here it is. Axcel. One complaint I do have is quit with the stupid colors. Do black and some basic colors. My local archery shop was waiting for these since November, and then the batch you got in, there was not even a black one. They were green, this other like tan and silver. He had one black one, but it was like a regular for the side mount. No bridge locks black. I was like, come on, man. But I kind of like this color though. It is nice. One thing I did do, make some changes to this. What I'm going to do with this sight, reason being, it has a dead stop right here. There's a little red, let's see, dead stop, which is nice. I like that feature. I bought another one from their website because I want to put it on the bottom so I can't go down to hit my fletchings or anything like that. So I'll max it up at the top and bottom it out the bottom. So that's a nice feature. I also did buy like a flat dark earth rubber handle. I'll change that out. But let's just go over the site. $4.79, which isn't a bad price. Now, here's what I'm going to say about it. By the way, I have a light right here. It has a little light adapter, which is nice. It just goes right into the fiber. Just lights up your pins. I believe it's an 8/32, and right now it's on, and the pins are lit up. So I kind of like that. So if you have any type of light that has these type of threads, it's real easy and it works pretty good actually, real nice. Things I love about this site, let's get into it. I like the 3 pointers right here. I haven't sighted this in yet. I haven't sighted it at 20. I haven't had the time to do it. The weather, work, I've been super busy. So the 3 pins I like. I love the dead stops. I love this part right here, where you can raise and lower this with these bolts right here. If you have to adjust the height of your sight to get the maximum out of it, that's real nice. The level is real nice. I kind of like the level on the top. The Proof has that. I really like that. And it's just really, really nice, this level. It's easy to see, blah, blah, blah. One thing that I found with the Axcel sites, their pins are the best. They're the brightest. It has a little cover right here where you can adjust that. Their pins are really the best. And one of the best features of this site by far is being able to adjust these pins individually and with a little, just fine tune it with this little piece right here. You just loosen up your threads, you move it, and whatever pin you loosen is the one that moves only. What a great feature. I love that feature. I was playing around with it, but it's not really sighted in. It's kind of sighted in for 20, 30, 40, but it's really not because I haven't decided what arrows I'm going to use. So that's why my sight tape right now, I've been playing around with it. I don't have it set in really beyond 40, anything like that. Now, one of the biggest drawbacks to this sight, and I'm going to tell you the truth right here, is actually the thumb release right here, to loosen and move the sight. It's in a good spot and a bad spot. To move this, it's in a pretty good spot and it works good. When you go down, you really can't move it, and it's pretty smooth going up and down. The problem is again, it's not a problem. And listen to what I got to say. Is adjusting your horizontal. Originally, they had it here, which I thought would have been fantastic. This sight would be a home run, in my opinion, if they had a way to move it here, which they did have, but they had problems with ultra view. That's what I hear, blah, blah, blah. They have it on the inside. Now, when I first got this sight, I was actually in my archery shop, and I was sighting in, just low, we set up the bow, we shoot a few hours, and I was just trying to get my 20 in and my horizontal real quick at the archery shop. And I was having buyer's remorse. I even told my guy, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I was really going to go with the Ultra View. I mean, that's a 700. He had them in stock. So, if this was the same price of the Ultra View, I would have gone with the Ultra View. But a $200 difference, this has grown on me now. At first, I really didn't like it. There's a little lever right here that when you push that in, you can move it, and when you push it out, it locks it in place. You can also use, I believe, a wrench to do that. It has like a first and second axis, which is kind of together. And we did the third axis as best as we could at the archery shop. I told them I might have to make adjustments because brand new bow, stretching of the strings, breaking it in. I might have to just fine tune this a little bit more. But it has grown on me. It has the right or left. It tells you which way you're moving it. And when I was doing it at first, I was like, this is a pain in the ass. I go, I'm not sure if I really like this sight. I was going to just return it and spend the extra $200. But I said to him, mind if I just mess around? If I don't like it, bring it back. He goes, if you scratch it or damage it, you're going to keep it, but we'll work something out. I was like, all right. After using it, it has grown on me. Because you really don't move this a lot. And it's pretty easy to move. The only thing I don't like about it is this lever right here blocks your view of the threads of moving it. When I say here, so you got threads and not threads, but little lines to tell you where you are and how much you're moving it. You got to loosen that up, and you can actually see everything a lot better. I really think that, in my opinion, that when they were making this sight for Matthews, they also had this part, which was kind of like Ultra View, where you can slide up and down for your sight tapes, but have numerous threads on it, so it's really not that crazy. But that would have been better too. I just think when they were doing this, they thought in their heads, this is the best sight ever, and it probably would have been. With the moving your sight horizontal here, having a slider up here, and those are features that I think are what people are getting this sight or thinking about the sight are like, I don't know. Again, if this was a $600 sight, I would probably go on with the dial proof, or even maybe the Ultra View one. But for $479 is what I paid, and that's why I think they're keeping the price down also, is because they know that this is a pain in the ass. But it has grown on me. I find, at first I was like, this sucks. I was like, like for the first couple of days. Then I was just playing around, moving it back and forth. I was like, you know what? It's not that bad, actually. So once I got everything set up, I was like, it's kind of not that bad. Because you really got to put if you have your bow, you got to have your bow like this, move it so you can actually see it. Or if you know exactly which way, you don't have to. You just move it a couple of clicks and see how much you get out of it and move it more. But that was, to me, that's the only thing that's holding this back from being the best sight with the best features. I know it sounds like a big thing or a little thing, but that kind of is like the drawback to the sight. But other than that, it's super light. I love the way it fits in the bridge lock. I like having my sight closer to your eyes, not far out. And I love horizontal pins. That's my favorite. I have trouble with vertical pins. So I'm going to get this sighted in. Again, I bought the rubber thing for the wheel, an additional dead stop, and we'll get that on and get it sighted in. But those are my initial thoughts on this sight. It's a really nice site. I mean, it's almost perfect. Almost perfect. What you would want, what I would want, and everything in the site. So there you go. Let me get this sighted in, and again, the signing process, I think, is pretty easy. Once you get your horizontal up and down, it's pretty easy to set. But on this, I just found it like, damn, I wish they had that. I wish they had that feature. Because this would make this the best site at 2025, hands down. That was the best site at this price. I don't know. The Booney, I don't like the Booney vertical pins. I hate that. I don't like the way it's set up. HHA had a nice one. I think the Lynx from B3 is real nice. But almost had buyer's regret, but now it really has grown on me, and I'm really starting to dig this site. So there you go. Bullets and broadheads. Okay, I got the site. I want to see. You'll see what I'm talking about when I. This is locked right now. The wheel is locked. So you see when I lift it up, you can see all your marks a lot better. But when you lock it down all the way, it's kind of in the way almost. That's another thing I'm not crazy about. I could probably adjust this a little bit better, but that's all the way loose. So I might try to move this over so when I lock it down, it's not in that direction. But that's one thing I found, like, that's kind of a pain in the ass. But that's it. I just wanted to show you what I was talking about. Okay, the Axcel driver. What are my thoughts, final thoughts on this for right now? I like it. At first, I wasn't really too crazy about it, to be honest with you. I was kind of having a little buyer's remorse there. But after using it and sighting it in, this pin system, being able to loose your individual pin and then adjust it with this, phenomenal. The best pins, too. They are super, I'm going to show you, super bright. I mean, these things, you'll never have problems seeing these. So, really like it. I also got this. I wish it was a better match, but it looks good. I also put a dead stop on the bottom and the top. And signing this in was really a breeze. Now, would it be better if the windage was out here like a knob? And yes, it would be a little bit better. But I'm really happy with this site. The build, the weight, the pins, sighting it in, really easy. And making the adjustments for your windows on the inside. At first, I thought it was a real pain in the ass, but I kind of got used to it. I was like, hey, that ain't really that bad. So there you go. The Axcel driver. I think it's worth it. I really do. So if this was $700, maybe not. But for the price I paid, I think I paid like $479. Worth every penny. So there it is. Very happy with this site. Not getting rid of it. Keeping it for the whole season. And that's it. Bullets and broadheads. Take care.